So next we have an RFA renewal for the ELSI Congress Research Conference, and Nicole Lockhart, Program Director in the Division of Genomics and Society, will present the concept.
Okay, thank you, everyone. So I will be presenting a renewal for the Ethical, Legal, and Social Implications, or ELSI Congress. As background, since its founding in 1990, the NHGRI ELSI research program has supported empirical, analytical, conceptual research to anticipate and address the ethical, legal, and social implications of genetics and genomics. This broad focus has created a large, diverse, multidisciplinary community of researchers. But as a result, there's no single society or conference that encompasses the field of ELSI research. To address this need, the NHGRI has periodically sponsored a conference to bring the full ELSI researcher community together, known as the ELSI Congress. The most recent ELSI Congresses were supported by a U13 award and held virtually in 2020 and 2022 due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Virtual congresses were widely attended and enabled recording and posting of presentations. The final Congress, organized under the current U13 award, will be held in June 2024 as a hybrid meeting. The purpose of this renewal concept is to provide the multidisciplinary ELSI research community with a dedicated conference to come together and share research findings, to encourage collaboration across the ELSI research community with particular attention to trainees and early career scholars, and to provide a highly accessible format to ensure participation from a broad range of groups interested in ELSI research. This is envisioned as a hybrid, multi-day meeting with 300 to 400 in-person attendees, which will be held biennially. The program will include a mix of plenary presentations, individual presentations, panel sessions, lightning talks, and poster sessions, and will also include dedicated sessions for trainees and early career scholars to encourage networking and career development. The ELSI Congress awardee will be charged with all logistical details and arrangements before and during the conference, including creation of a robust process for invitation, submission, review, and selection of abstracts, and creation of a clear process for review of travel award applications from trainees, researchers from under-resourced institutions, and/or researchers from low and middle-income countries. The ELSI Congress awardee will work in consultation with the NHGRI ELSI program staff to form an organizing committee with representation from across the ELSI research community. The ELSI Congress Organizing Committee will identify one or more themes for the Congress, design the program, develop strategies for publicity, and identify plenary speakers. This renewal concept features a few areas of additional emphasis based on the most recent Congress. These include maximizing accessibility of the ELSI Congress for people with disabilities, use of both in-person and virtual content to maximize and enhance participation by individuals who may be unable to attend in person due to limited travel funds, disabilities, medical concerns, family obligations, or other circumstances, and a robust plan for how the research presented at the Congress will be archived and disseminated. We envision this as a single U13 award for up to 5 years, starting in FY 2025. Because the meeting is held biennially, that would enable the support of 3 congresses. Direct costs would be up to $350,000 for each conference year. And I would like to thank all the members of the ELSI Research Program and StreamF who contributed to the development of this concept. And I would be happy to take your questions and any input you might have. Lisa Parker and Gail Jarvik were asked to kick off that discussion.
So thank you. Yes, I'm most enthusiastic about this, having attended the congresses and been a part of planning them in the past. It's important, I think, and really fruitful for the vitality of not only the ELSI research program, but its influence on genomic research more widely. I am interested in thinking about, or asking you to think about, how the institutions, the organizations targeted by the other concepts that we've heard about today, the non-traditional, the underrepresented, the perhaps non-academic research organizations may be invited to participate in future congresses, and particularly if they are not specifically ready to be on the program, they don't yet have anything to share. Nevertheless, their participation, I think, would substantially increase the possibility of them developing research ideas and proposals in the future, as well as the kind of collaborations and networking necessary to have partners for proposals. Yet it is hard to reach them. And even with as many as large an audience as the Congress hopes to attract, even with having 21 panels and 60 papers and a whole bunch of posters, it is hard to really reach everyone who might participate and benefit. So again, not a question to be answered today, and nothing that I have a specific suggestion about, but I do think it's a worthy challenge to try to maximize the value of this funding for the Congress. Thank you.
Thank you, Lisa. I think that's really helpful, and I like the idea of thinking about how these initiatives can work together. And I think some features that we're interested in developing, such as having a virtual component, means perhaps there's a lower registration fee, more people can attend. We are interested in having those presentations archived. So maybe you can watch it later. Maybe if you do get one of the BEAR grants, you can go back and see what other research was presented recently. We're trying to be as inclusive as possible, and I think pointing out ways that we could kind of tie some of these initiatives together is really helpful. And I'm sorry, Gail, if I spoke over you.
No, not at all. So I am also extremely enthusiastic. It's been an extremely successful program, and I think that you've been very thoughtful about how can you make it more available to more people, because it does really bring together a group of people who don't have another natural place to all be aggregating together. And, I thought actually Lisa's comments on, how to use it to diversify the ELSI community was very provocative as well. So I really think you've really thought out how to even improve what has been an enormously successful program. So I'm very supportive.
Thank you.
Questions or comments from other council members?
Could I just take the opportunity to add one line, and that is, if these are archived, that some thought be given especially to kind of keywords and searchability to identify topics within the archive, because even requesting that presenters come up with kind of standardized keywords. Sometimes we give provocative titles that make it hard to figure out what in the world we were talking about 2 years later. And for those who are new to the field, searchability would be really helpful.
Thank you, Lisa. That's a helpful and specific suggestion that I think we could definitely incorporate.
Iftikhar.
You're muted.
Sorry, I was just wanting to know whether you've ever considered sponsorship by vendors like genetic testing companies.
So I believe in prior Congresses that was lightly considered, I would say. I think it's a little bit more challenging with ELSI to find groups who are interested in sponsorship. And I think depending on the kinds of presentations, there might be some hesitation in accepting sponsorship were the presentations to be critical in particular ways. So it's something that, maybe an institution sponsors the trainee lunch or something, a small piece, but we haven't really had huge interest in sponsorship in the way that some other conferences have.
Thank you.
Would sponsoring attendees from underrepresented institutions or populations be possible? that getting people to the conference and having nothing to do with the content might be attractive to some companies.
Yeah, I think that's something we could consider, and we haven't really pursued that too much previously, so I think we could think about how to do a better job in that regard. And it is, previously, our travel awards had only been for trainees, and we are intending to open that up more to both individuals from under-resourced institutions and low and middle income countries as well, recognizing that there are many people who would probably like to attend this meeting, and travel funds can really be a significant limitation.
I think you could put it on the agenda. Go ahead, Judy.
Yes, so getting very specific about travel awards, I'm just wondering if you could connect Together for Change. It sounds like there's a big investment in there, kind of to the ELSI specifically, just connecting those two specifically, because you have industry already committed to supporting this.
Thank you.
Just a suggestion.
Can I get a motion to approve the concept? And a second, all in favor? Anyone opposed? Anyone wishing to abstain? Thank you. Thank you, Nicole. And Sergio, you're next.